What's up? Holy shit. Hey, it looks better with no light than with a damn light. You can see all kinds of stupid shit. Nah, bro. That shit is not helping me. How does that work? How's it going? Welcome back to another Ninja Tips video where I want to show you guys a couple of interesting posts that I saw on Twitter, and it paints a little picture of its current and future state. And what I mean by that, well, shit, let's start that out with Sony CFO Linteo popping off with what sounds like they're not pulling the plug just yet. Credit to ex-user Genki_JPN for the post, in which Lady Tao acknowledges that the money was lost in this venture. Now, the strong player reception to the game, however, the Metacritic score of 82, the game received, and the positive reviews on Steam has all been acknowledged as well. And she goes on to say that their team is aiming to provide the game's performance to a new level, to make the gameplay overall better, new content, and improvements in the game, while also shooting to expand its player base, reaching for the stars, hopefully landing by the moon. Alright, so we got Jeff Kiley posting on X with some numbers to see how much the plan backfired in dollar amount. But on the other hand, we have Murad M Gaming vocalizing about the math that ain't quite mathin'. Because on one hand, we got this game that was well received and not so well received at the same time. Having to want a game to stay alive because you actually enjoy it and wish it success is exactly how I felt about Gears of War. So I understand where he's coming from. I understand you, Grizzly Bear, the hero. Holy shit, son. Well, what's worth mentioning is that as a fellow competitive gamer, just as many of you, one thing that ruins games way too often than they should, and what leads to the game's eventual demise in player count, are hackers. You see them just about everywhere, and it's crazy, but it really is enough to not let people truly enjoy their time playing the game. I mean, look at Ninja, the guy, that Fortnite guy, blue haired. Yeah, not too long ago, talking about how he was gonna take a break from Arc Raiders because the game became unplayable. Anyway, speaking of hackers, the Marathon development team had their say regarding that issue and posted on X, reassuring the community about their efforts to find cheaters easier by continuing to tune their methods for catching cheaters and remove them faster. They also mentioned how they're going to actually notify us if any action took place when our reports have been submitted, and promised as part of their mission to make it an ongoing effort to keep their playing field even Steven free from perpetrators. And shout out to Alexei Sherpatty, I probably said that wrong, at Pips555 for the cool fan art. By the way, there's not a lot of stuff out there like that yet that I've come across, so it's neat to see positive stuff, son. Cool looking too. Alright, so back to one more interesting post that I came across today, and that's on Marathon Codex post, where he talks about some very rare items that they've either added recently or they have already been there and sold, like, apparently are so damn rare. I guess they were just found. I have no idea. But the point is that there's some interesting and rewarding stuff. It's just kind of like a little cherry on top incentive for people that are seeking another reason to say, hey, fuck it, let's just do the grind. So there's just a couple of things that I saw that speak of the game's direction here, and from my understanding, it leans towards a non-white flag throwing, not so dead future for the game, but leaves room for a hopeful and optimistic, financially and quality backed, no hacker shenanigans endeavor that will push the game towards newer and overall more fun shit to play with. Yeah, well, as always, thanks for listening, and see you in the next one. Hee hee.